Good morning. My name is Vinay Rohi. My registration number is 2139472. Now, I'll present my case study 3. Vishakha versus State of Rajasthan, AIR 1997. In one of Rajasthan's village, Bhanwari Devi, a social activist, was brutally raped. She was trying to stop a child marriage in her village under a societal improvement campaign. Bhanwari Devi used to work as a Sathin friend for the state's Women Development Program WTV. Her job was to create awareness against social evils such as killing of girl child, child marriages, etc. As a part of her work, she tried to stop a child marriage of a high caste person, Ramkaran Gujjar's daughter, who was an infant. Her efforts were vain. The marriage happened. Bhanwari Devi, belonging to a low caste society, was punished for intervening. During September 1992, in front of her husband, she was gang raped by Ramkaran Gujjar and his four acquaintances. The male doctor at her local healthcare center denied to survey her. The doctor in Jaipur just confirmed her age in her final report without mentioning that she was raped. She was taunted by the woman constable, and at midnight she was asked to give her lehenga as evidence. Then she was asked to leave with her husband's blood-stained dhoti to wrap herself. The trial court held that the accused were not guilty. This provoked women's group and NGOs. They came together and filed a petition against the brutal rape. On 13 August 1997, the Supreme Court issued Vishakha guidelines. Issue raised. If inappropriate behavior at work, a breach of gender inequality and infringes Article 21, are international laws applicable in the cases where no existing law are silent in order to achieve justice? Are the employer or the company obligated to take any action in the case of sexual harassment done against or by its employees? Rules. Right to equality, Article 14. Right to non discrimination, Article 15. Right to practice one's profession. Right to life, Article 21. Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, CEDA. First, Article 11. State takes all appropriate measures to eliminate discrimination against women in the field of employment. Second, Article 24. States shall undertake to adopt all necessary measures at the national level aimed at achieving the full realization. Analysis of the case. Chief Justice J.S. Verma, Justice Sujata Mahihar, and Justice B.N. Kripal were the judges in this case. They delivered the verdict in Vishakha's case of petition filed. The court said that under Article 14, 19, 21 of the Indian Institution, every professional environment or vocation shall be obligated to give employees with protected working conditions. If not done so, it will infringe Article 21, which is the right to life with decent existence. The moving matter of Vishakha and other versus state of Rajasthan paved the way for women's security and prevention of sexual intimidation in an organization. The SC specifically denied sexual harassment, stating that any unwanted or uninvited physical touch or conduct showing of pornography or any definable sexual comments or texts will fall within the scope of sexual harassment. Behavior of these kinds straight away affects women's right to life as well as their integrity. It can also cause depression or any other mental disorder. Sexual exploitation must be punished in the workplace, and gender equality must be established. According to the Supreme Court, the employer of an institute, whether privatized or not, is accountable for making appropriate efforts to avoid sexual harassment. The accused person will face penalties if they are found guilty of the charges. Strict regulation addressing the punishment of perpetrators must be incorporated. If the victim is perpetrated by an outsider, then the appropriate authority of the organization must take harsh measures against the perpetrators. It was also viewed that Vishakha guideline is to be considered as law as per section 141 of Constitution. The Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Prevention, Prohibition and Readdressal Act 2013 was the outcome of Vishakha guidelines. Conclusion. To sum this case analysis, I would say this ruling paid the long wanted attention to offensive sexual advances in the workplace and sought to establish compelling mechanism that could be used to manage harassment cases in the office. The setting of the guidelines created an obligation on the employer to create a safe working environment. The principles of equality and liberty were upheld in this decision. The court was able to recognize the loophole in the law, that is absence of protection in workplace. It shows the true spirit of judicial activism. This judice judgment inspired many women to raise their voices who were silent since 1997. It is an pertinent to note that though there are laws governing women's safety, India is still considered a dangerous country for women. It ranks 133 in the Women and Peace and Security Index 2019 by Georgetown Institute for Women, Peace and Security in partnership with National Geographic. Thank you.